Hey there, welcome back to my channel, Messing with Michelle. If you're returning, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Michelle. In today's video, I have a lot going on. I'm going to be decorating for Halloween. I'm going to be sharing a couple of easy recipes with you. One that I haven't tried before, so I'm hoping it turns out, but it seems like it's pretty straightforward. So if you want to stick around and get into the Halloween season spirit, learn a couple of new recipes, definitely keep on watching. Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and whether you're hosting your friends and family or you're a guest and you want to bring dessert, this next recipe is super simple and it's similar to an apple crisp but just less hassle. It only uses 2 ingredients and it should take you under 40 minutes to make. So for this recipe, all you need is 1 can of the Edie Smith apple pie filling. Also, you'll need 1 container of the Pillsbury Grand Cinnamon Rolls. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The first step is to remove the outer liner of the container of cinnamon rolls, and then next you're going to just find the seam of the container and press your thumbs and then give a bit of pressure, and then the container will pop open. And once it's popped open, give the container a bit of a twist, and this will allow you to remove the cinnamon rolls easily. In the Grand Cinnamon Rolls packaging, there's a small container of icing, so you're going to take that, put it off to the side, and we're going to use that a little bit later in this video when I'm finishing off the recipe. So now that you have your cinnamon rolls out of the packaging, you're just going to slowly separate each of the cinnamon rolls. Next, you're going to cut the cinnamon rolls into small bite-sized pieces. With the cinnamon rolls now cut up into small bite-sized pieces, it's now time to incorporate the apple pie filling. So you're going to use 1 can of the pie filling and you're going to mix it directly into the same bowl with the small cinnamon roll pieces. I'm using a ceramic baking dish, and to prevent the filling from sticking to the pan, I'm using a small amount of butter and I'm greasing all the sides of the baking dish. And then next you're going to add in your filling and you're going to spread it evenly inside the dish. With the oven now preheated to 350 degrees, place your pie filling into the oven. I set my timer for 40 minutes, but cooking time will vary depending on your oven. And you will know it's time to take out of the oven when you have a nice golden brown color on your cinnamon rolls. Next, you're going to start drizzling on the icing that came with the Grand Cinnamon Rolls all over the top. The icing will start soaking into the cinnamon rolls, but that makes it so much better. And now it's time to serve. This is such a great recipe if you want to make a quick dessert for Thanksgiving or just a quick dessert for yourself to enjoy at home. And I would recommend pairing this dessert with a nice scoop of French vanilla ice cream. Recipe I'm going to share with you are caramel covered apples. This is the first time I'm trying this recipe, but it looks super simple. There's very limited ingredients, so let's hope that it works out because it sounds delicious. So for this recipe, you're going to need 1 package of Kraft Caramel Chewy Caramel Squares, apples of your choosing, a half a cup of half and half cream, and optional if you wanted to also use crushed up peanuts. So I want to try peanuts on the caramel because it sounded absolutely delicious having those paired together. And I'll show you quickly how I created my crushed up peanuts. It was super simple. To make my crushed up peanuts, it was very simple. I just placed a handful of peanuts into a Ziploc bag, and using a meat tenderizer, I just pounded and crushed up the peanuts. First, you're going to stick a little wooden dowel in the center of your freshly washed apples. And then next you're going to take the individual caramel squares, unwrap them, and put them into a medium-sized bowl. After unwrapping all of the caramel squares, you're going to add in a half a cup of half and half cream. Next, you're going to place the caramel in half and half into the microwave and set the timer for 30 seconds. You're going to continue this process for about 2 minutes, making sure to stir every 30 seconds in between to prevent the caramel from burning, and cook times will vary depending on your microwave. So now that you're finished melting all of the caramel, you should have a nice thin consistency like you see here. And holding the dowel that's placed in the apple, you're going to start dunking your apples into the caramel mixture and just swirl around to ensure that the apple is nicely coated. And as a tip, just make sure you have a pan lined with parchment paper off to the side, so this way you can place the dipped apples onto the parchment paper so they don't stick to the pan. After dipping my apple into the caramel sauce, I started to roll the apple into the crushed peanuts, and I would recommend, rather than rolling, to sprinkle the peanuts onto the apple, because I felt when I was rolling them on, the peanuts were falling off, but by sprinkling, it just allowed the peanuts to stick a lot better to the candy apple. So here's the final result: quick and easy caramel covered apples. They were absolutely delicious, and I would highly recommend trying this really easy recipe. I love the spooky season and I love decorating for Halloween. I'm going to start decorating in my living room and decorating my favorite part of the living room, which is the mantle. So I'm going to play a bit of Halloween music. So if you are decorating along with me for Halloween, I hope you enjoy. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know down in the comments if you try any of the recipes, and if you made it to the end of the video, thanks so much for sticking around, and leave me a little pumpkin emoji in the comments if you made it to the end. I'll catch you in my next video when I upload next. Thanks for watching. Bye.